New season, new freaking SAERYUNG battle pass skin, new corruption chapter, new accessories, hero balance patches, tower trial, solo raid freaking dying. Will Athena be not garbage? Hey, Nob here. In this video, I'm going to be going over the patch notes of game Kinggodcastle 6.4.1. It is that time again, new season 49. As you can see, SAERYUNG battle pass skin. This is very interesting for many freaking reasons. This patch is a little freaking big. The patch, as of the recording of this video, came up earlier, and I have not played it. I'm just going to read the battle patch. And then later I will be recording going through the new chapter 15 corruption, doing a full playthrough from easy to all the way from whatever it's called now, King. I don't freaking know. Phase 15. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Let's just start with the freaking battle pass skin. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. So SAERYUNG is getting the battle pass skin. Okay, art fantastic. The sprite is good. I like it. It's very, because SAERYUNG is there are certain heroes in the game who I would say kind of fall into like the Korean kind of designs, right? Like, so Haerang is one, a good one. Karam is another one, and like Hanzi is another one, right? SAERYUNG is no different, right? It's very Korean-esque, and I like it a lot. I love the art. The translation, the pixel is okay. It's fine. I think it's fine. Art is, straight fire, no pun intended. Here it is, and here are the effects. My only gripe, I guess, for myself is that from memory, her base skin is already like your white and red and like some black and things like that. So I guess my only gripe and my only comment would be that, it's kind of like the same color scheme kind of thing, right? It kind of looks kind of samey. Of course, it's a lot better, but like I would have liked to see less of the original skin, that's just me, but it does look pretty good. The effect is fine. Hold on, let's see the buff effect real quick. I like that. Did you guys see that? So the linked target, when he gets buffed, there's a phoenix that rises up too. Did you guys check that out? Pretty cool. All right, if I had to rate it, I would rate it like an 8.5. We rating skins. And another cool fact about this is that AWESOMEPIECE is not going in order anymore. And a lot of players, like especially the newer gen, I call them newer gen. Let's be honest, like I'm a freaking fossil. You know what I'm saying? So the newer generation of players will say, why doesn't AWESOMEPIECE just make a King God pass skin for SAERYUNG? That's making money, boys. Why don't they make one for mono and things like that? And it's because they are, funny enough, more of the recent release skins. And they've always, at the beginning, has set a precedence that they're just going to go through order of release, right? So that's why we can kind of guesstimate, for example, who gets the next one. Now, AWESOMEPIECE is like, screw that, out of the window. We're just going to make skins for wherever the crap we want. And SAERYUNG is the next one. And it's funny because Mono doesn't have one yet. And there are a few skins before SAERYUNG that should have one that are pretty freaking popular. If we're going by popularity, right? Like a lot of people are like, where's the Sargala skin and things, like, bro, like Sargala just got released, man, and you're already wanting a pass skin. But that's just the fact of the matter, because like for the base cast, majority of the early heroes have gotten a pass skin, and right now I believe the Tayback was the next in quote unquote in line, and then the following ones after that aren't that great picks either. Like Kirdan hasn't gotten one and things like that, right? So it's kind of funny that he's kind of like one of the earlier ones, quote unquote early, to be due as skin, which is kind of funny. So they're kind of going out of order, and you best believe that they know that Karam is very popular. So who knows? I might venture to actually say that Karam might be the next god tier skin. I'm just saying, boys. I'm just saying that, or Lunaire, or surprisingly enough, Lunaire is typically not on the up. You know what? I'm talking a lot, boys. I am talking mad stuff. You guys know the drill. I just speak in this video. I don't really care how long this video goes, to be honest with you. Tier list videos, on the other hand, I kind of want to keep that on. You know, I can go on for days, boys. Okay, so that is the skin. Very cool. We're gonna go straight to the top. Okay, we're gonna go straight to the top. Here's all the bunch of crap. So let's run through some of this stuff now. I don't know the nitty gritty details because I actually haven't even tried out the patch yet. It is live. I have not logged in and checked the numbers, but I actually don't know how much this is. From the whispers of what I hear is that the premium pass is like $30. That's a lot of freaking money. That is almost a freaking whatchamacallit, a freaking a god tier skin. You know what I'm saying? So this pass. So now, you know, for you guys that are kind of new, there has always been one pass. There's only been one version forever that rules them all. You buy that pass, you're good. You don't have to use any more brain cells, and you get the pass, you get the goodies, and then you get most importantly the King God Pass skin, correct? And you get some, you know, some bonuses. So now they're like, okay, let's be fancy. Let's start adding some different levels of passes so we can get more money. Am I right? So they're adding this. So the second version has always they implemented, but I imagine is not that sought after. So it was the King God Pass Plus. That's been out for a little bit if you guys have been under a rock. And then now they're introducing something called King God Pass Premium. And you can kind of see all these check marks on what they give. So more stuff. So you still get ad removal. And it is very important to note that they're not changing anything from the original pass. The original pass will stay the same. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. So we can kind of see the goodies that you get for the premium. There are 3 different versions of this. They do, hold on, let me skim through this real quick. I know there's spoilers. Here it is. Let's go through here. So you guys can't see this. This is freaking ant view, but you can see this in game and you can kind of see the differences. And it honestly, just get the regular pass, bro. If you are really trying to sweat it out and you're like, I must need my fix, then sure, I guess pay the $30 or whatever it is USD for the premium, and you get way more capacity and you get a little more oomph, right? And to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. To be honest, $30 is quite a lot, bro. Like the other things that you can pay in this game for $30 is like, you know, that's a god tier skin, bro. Like god tier skin, you know what I'm saying? Freaking god tier skin. So let's kind of look at some of the stuff that this kind of gives you, because there are some things in here that are kind of new to the game that hasn't existed before. So you get more capacity, so you get plus 40. So now you get whatchamacallit, like 100 or whatever, like 120, I don't freaking remember. And then you get something called daily sweeps, and we'll get to that. And then you get some more stuff. You get some goodies, some more pass points, whatever. That is not the important part here, okay? So the most important parts here are you get sweeps. All right, more sweeps. Plus 2 level succeeding heroes is cool. So it increases the number of heroes for level succession to become stronger quickly. So cool, that's nice, right? But the most important part is increased supply capacity, and you get more sweeps. And then obviously you get the hero, right? But it's like, you know, it's whatever. Like, but obtaining SAERYUNG is not that bad, actually. To be freaking real. So what is sweeps? So this is a little thing that kind of tells you what you get, and then now they talk about sweeps. So sweeps is a new thing in the game introducing, where, you know, where have you guys, my boys that have been playing for a very long time know what I'm talking about. When you need to do your 5 food run, boys, there is no way ands buts around it. You need to do your 5 food runs, and you're gonna like it, because if you do your multiplier, you're gonna get diminishing returns, and you bet that is not efficient, and you're gonna get kicked out of the guild. But you know, we dreamt of a day. No, way back when, you OG players, I know there are a handful of you guys out there that we dreamt of a day that this even existed. Like, this is what, like, ooh, like, this is what we wanted. So you can sweep now. You're limited to these sweeps and how many you can do. So you're not exactly totally locked out of manually farming. You still kind of need to manually farm once you're done with your sweeps, right? But the fact of the matter is that sweeps existed, even though in limited form. So it doesn't like take it away entirely, but you can now just sweep an invasion and use the food to get the reward without actually having to go through the manual motions of doing the freaking chapter over and over again. And of course, this is only available once the invasion is already cleared. So once you clear the invasion already, you can start sweeping it, right? Otherwise, once you're done with your sweeps, you have to manually farm that bad boy until you get more sweeps. So you can see here the number of sweeps available per day. They are charged daily, so every day you get 2 sweeps. Everyone gets that. And then with your pass, you increase the daily sweeps that you get. So that is that is one of the pluses of getting premium, that you get sweeps and you get more food, obviously, right? Your food capacity. So that is sweeps, and that is very interesting. Cool. I mean, honestly, I use I don't really manually farm anymore. And I just use all my food for, what do I use my food for? Like investigations, and I play Strife a lot because I have to keep up and get all the skins and goodies. And I use a lot of my food on the treasure chest from Strife. So that is what I use my food for. But this is a very nice quality ad that they did that should have existed for a very long time, and OG players have been asking for this for so long, like crazy long. We've always wanted freaking sweep system, right? So it's here. Corruption chapter 15, Eledor. This is gonna be freaking tough as well. My go-to, well, I'm not gonna spoil it here. As a reminder, I am gonna be recording my full playthrough run Corruption. I'm just gonna say phase 0 to phase 15. I believe it's easy to king now. It's the freaking nomenclature or whatever, like how you call this freaking thing is so confusing. It is a little more streamlined, but I can't get it out of my freaking brain. It is muscle memory at this point. From the beginning to end, I'm going to be doing a playthrough version. I do have a comp in my brain that will work, but we're gonna try to, you know me, I'm gonna try to have some fun in there too, if fun is allowed. It's gonna be fun. And then of course with a new corruption, you're gonna get a new set. So the new set is a no-brainer. It is going to be a spell power mage centric one. I have not tested it out myself, but the patch is live. But just looking at this and on paper, plus 60% spell power is standard for the other ones. Now you get this plus 45 max MP kind of effect, which interesting. You increase your MP pool, which is interesting, right? Like you are increased, so it's a negative effect. Okay, don't read this as you get MP. Like it's not a positive effect. It is actually a negative. You are increasing the MP pool of your hero, and in return you get 50% crit chance, which is very good, right? And then increases spell crit damage by 33% of max MP. So it's based on max MP. And then plus 40%, you get more MP recovery. This is very interesting. Now, off the top of my head, there are just a first impression, without having to use many brain cells. There are not many effects in this game that you can actually increase your mana capacity. Not many. There aren't many. So this is good. It is not crazy good. Obviously, this is meant for mage caster, right? And my first go-to brain goes to high mana cost mage casters. So people like Priya, for example, it would, I imagine, be pretty freaking good with this. So Priya, freaking, I don't freaking know who else is a high freaking mana cost. Off the top of my, I think they lowered Rosette. I think so. But yeah, you get the point. So any mage hero that has a huge mana pool that is a spellcaster would kind of benefit from this. Now, like when I think of those kind of heroes like Priya, I can't really think of any, like I think Yan has a pretty big mana pool, right? When I think of those heroes, they are fine without, you know, they function fine without like a spell power kind of set, right? Like they're fine. So will this make them better? Probably. Will it like make them crazy OP? I don't think so off the top of my head. Just based on paper, like I don't think that they're fine, and I don't think these effects kind of pull it like crazy. But I mean, increases spell crit damage by 33% of max MP. So if you have like freaking 200 freaking like Pharrell maybe, right? Like I don't freaking know. I think it will be good. It will be better. They function good right now in my opinion, and this set will just make them you know, better to use, but I don't think it will blow them out of proportion, but we'll see. It is nice to have the option, and it's very interesting that it's based on max MP, which is very unique. But yeah, we will see. So like we can do like a 2-piece set is a very strong one because you just get instant 60% spell power along with like your other 2-piece bonus. A lot of people like to do a hybrid mix. So there's that. Here's the past stuff. Here's the SAERYUNG. We already went over that. Snowball Fight Festival. Let's just go over there right now. That's another tab real quick. This is the event. Snowball. Evan is on coming back in the rotation. Estia, and those are the 2 that are coming back. That is interesting. Isn't it usually 3? Hold on. Are they holding back? As a reminder, empty quote. As a reminder, I do have all these skins on my channel on a skin playlist, so check that out if you want. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And of course there's a Snowball fight Belina that we will see later, and then there's that hero balancing. Let's do hero balancing. So Evan, I'm not gonna read the reasons because the reasons are kind of, you can kind of guess why, right? I'll let you guys read it for yourself. Link down in the description below to the update patch notes so you can see it for yourself. So Evan, they're increasing attack, increasing spell power. This is not going to do pretty much anything. It will just make early game Evan better. His auto attacks actually do pretty well early on, so cool, right? And 20% spell power, I don't think is going to cut it to give him to succeed in his quote unquote archetype fantasy in season 2, like later games, right? So like Evan is very core roster. He is part of the OG cast. And obviously they have no problem with him filling that function, right? Like you are never going to see this guy be a percent scaling Ian or Mel or what have you. Never. Of course, as players, we're like, make everybody like percent scaling. Why not, bro? I mean, you know, like, you know, why not? But there is definitely like a vision for this, right? And Evan has always been OG, and he's always been like very early game, very starter. So he definitely feel like now with all like the more the roster gets flushed out with a lot more heroes, the more for me, it's okay to have these distinctions, right? Like Evan, very good starter hero, but after starter hero, clearly there are better heroes, which should be there should be a line, right? So yeah, like it is kind of gone of the beginning days of when you pick Evan, he's gonna be your farmer for the rest of your life. Those are the days. So I don't think this will bring him back to his OG Evan days, you know, because like, you know, the game is scaling and you need kind of like the new awesome piece kind of design kind of characters to kind of you know, blow through those, for example, right? So, you know, I think this is fine. It is okay to increase it, but I don't think it's gonna be increasing his play rate anytime soon. He's definitely gonna feel a lot better early game. He's always felt really good, and he's just gonna feel better. So maybe this will allow him to kind of do chapter 11, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, increase spell power to 150% and change how sensor works even more, and then boom, maybe you have a recipe for Evan meta. Ophelia. So Ophelia, you kind of see like a bunch of crap here. So essentially what they're doing is they're lowering the triggering time to 50 to 30. That, to be honest, that should be like 15 or some crap. My main gripe with Ophelia is that like it feels the best when Ophelia hits that fantasy where her blood pool is like map wide, right? And you only get that when you reach certain, I call it homework. Okay, there are check boxes, right? When you hit the 50 times, when you deal damage 50 times, you scale the look of her ability, right? And it's so cool when you have that bad boy hit map wide, right? And my gripe is that it takes way too long to reach that point, right? So they should lower it. 30 it is in a step in the right direction. And now off the top of my head, I don't remember how many ticks her one skill cast goes off, but there's also like an issue with like, oh, if you kill the unit, then she stops casting, then she has to recast and all this wonky crap. So I'm gonna say, I think just go ham, bro. Just give her 15 times and suck it up. And obviously they scaled everything else. More spell power, cool. More percent CC resistance, very nice. For people, for guys who don't really know what CC resistance is, so like the recent addition was Leica's unique legacy, where I believe it's a unique legacy, right? I'm pretty sure it's a unique legacy where it gives them the stack, and then each stack you get a building CC resistance, right? Which is incredibly strong. The drawback of this is that you have to stack it. But once you stack it, you basically have CC immunity, brother. And how this works is that, like for example, if you are supposed, I don't know the numbers, okay, boys. I do a lot of stuff by feel, okay, and it just comes naturally to me. But when you get stunned for like 10 seconds, for example, the amount of time you get stunned, like the duration, will get reduced based on your CC resistance. That's how CC resistance work, from my understanding, and that's I believe that's how it works. If you're like, hey Nob, that's totally not how it works, you're dumb, let me know in the comments, bro. Let me know in the comments. But CC resistance is no joke. They introduced this kind of idea when they kind of did the whole the stat revamp and all this crap. So CC resistance, pretty good. I do see a future where CC resistance might be out of control because it might be too easy to stack, and it's basically just as good as CC freaking immunity, right? And yeah, like it is a good example. Like he does not need CC crown because he just needs to do his of course, given max level everything, right? And like he just needs to stack it up, and boom, like you can't CC the man, and that is why, because the CC resistance that he's stacking up. So very good. I don't think it's gonna feel a lot better to play Ophelia. I think this needs to be like 15 times. They definitely need to lower. They also lowered it for her awakening for the revive too. I think this would be very good if they did lower this, right? Step in the right direction. I think she'll get played a little more. She is a little more viable, but I would like to see like a lower of this. I also hate it that she is melee. Ugh, feels bad, bro. Feels freaking bad. But that's another freaking conversation. Athena, the latest new freaking hero, actually broken, not good broken, bad broken. So what have they done? They are changing the void acquisition. So before I even get into this, if you guys saw my first impression of this hero, you cannot, okay, before this patch, okay, I thought it was a bug. I was under the belief that it was a bug just due to her kit, her legacy, her like how she actually functions because of her resource and everything. I asked the devs, and I even did like a bug report or what have you to confirm, and I did get an answer, and the answer was that yes, it is intended the way you think is intended, and it is not broken. So what I mean by that is that there is zero intention. You are not supposed to be able to trigger this through relic means, okay? Or even like, so basically any self-inflicting stuff, right? So that means that Holy Cross, right? So if just to kind of give you an example or a little speed up here is that Athena is based on Void, and her Void acquisition condition is that your allies need to be affected by movement restriction. Don't worry about what it says right here. I'm talking about what it was before. Your allies need to be affected by movement restriction. So meaning that the enemies need to affect your units. You are under locked by what the enemy is doing to your team, right? To your units, right? And that's how it affected. And I thought it should have been where you could alter this by using relics such as scope relic, because scope relic makes you movement restricted, which is even in the description. Cross relic, there's an argument there. You can't do like freaking, I don't freaking know, like things like Ian charge, right? Because like Ian, like, you know, he has to stop when he does his charge, right? I mean, is that movement restriction, right? And clearly it was not. Like, you cannot, it is not intended. Like, how she was on release was intentional, which blows my mind. It blows many people's minds. So they are adjusting it because they know it's whack, right? So they are changing the void acquisition conditions, which is the main problem. There are many problems with this hero, but we'll get into it. They are changing the void acquisition conditions of her to this is what it was before. Now, when allies, and the most important part, enemies are affected by movement restriction effect, and then you get more void for it. Now all of a sudden this makes her viability go off the rails. Like it changes a hero that could not function at all to a hero that can possibly function. There's a huge difference here. Like, so there are many problems here that they haven't addressed, but her being able to function, quote unquote, like comfortably is like half the battle. Okay, so with this change, I do believe that she can function, quote unquote, comfortably, right? So, and then let's read this other change real quick. Increase the amount of damage reduction received by, okay, cool, right? So when she does a little her Ian charge, she takes less damage. All right, now with that out of the way, this is very good because before, like I was saying, your allies had to be affected by it. That means that you are under the chains of the enemy to do things to you to proc her resource, which is unheard of, and it feels very bad, and I have no clue how it got through QC. No freaking clue. So they're adding to where even when enemies are affected by movement restriction, which is amazing because that means that we are like, so I have an additional question. I have to test this, you know, I haven't tested it out yet, but the shackles work, right? The shackles count as one, right? When enemies are affected by movement restriction, so if you see down here, if you see this movement, there's a little clarity here. Movement restricted status refers to stun, fear, knockback, pulling, etc. So anything essentially CC, right? So you can use hero effects, your hero effects, to affect enemies with movement restriction to insta cast Athena, which makes her function. At least I'm able to affect it in a way to use strategy to proc her resource, because before there's nothing you could do, nothing, right? So I am thankful that they added this freaking part because it was much needed. Now, do I wish that relics could affect this? Yes, I honestly think it should. But like so with enemies being affected by movement restriction and giving 80, off the top of my head, her void acquisition is 240, right? 240. So that means with 80, that means you only need to proc this 3 times. 3 times. Very possible. You only need to hit 1 unit or 3 units with a movement restriction effect. And you can do this with a lot of freaking things, boys. Well, what are some things off the top of my head? So Leica is a hero lock character, and he has a lot of stuns. So stuns, if you have his unique legacy, he fears, right? So that is a very good invasion option, right? You can use a Hanzi, right? Hanzi's Rainstorm now applies movement slow, which accounts, I'm assuming. And there are a number of things. My other thing is that, yeah, they said that you can't really use relics to instant proc this, aka through scope relic or cross, or using Ian charge, right? Because that's not a stun, right? But I am almost positive, I haven't tested this yet, but I'm almost positive you can use relics such as mace for example, because mace gives your units knockback, right, for their first attack. If you use mace and you have like three units on the board and they auto attack once, they're gonna push them back, boom, insta cast Athena. Freaking lordy, have mercy, you know what I'm saying? So very good. Now the only other thing is that I hate that she is 3-column range. I honestly think that should scale. And when she does her ability, whoever she hits better freaking instant die. That's what I want to see happen. But that is not happening. We'll see. We'll freaking see. I do have a comp now with this change. I do have a comp in my brain that might do pretty well, but we will see. But yeah, like when I see Athena, like she is essentially like an Ian Charger, but she has a lot of restrictions, right? She has a lot of checklists that you got to do. And I want to see her turn to like an Exodia. If she can charge, like do her charge state and then like actually do it and hit you in that 3-column, all those units should die. That is my belief. Please make it freaking happen. She needs the one shot 100 freaking %, because like making her able to get this, fill it up once, like I feel like she feels wonky to have multiple skill activations, right? It feels a little bad. Like Ian, it makes sense, right? He just, activate skill, charge, activate skill, charge. Her, like, I feel like her conditions are so freaking like crazy that when I see that, it better do half damage or some crap, bro. Like, please. Overall, very good change. Thank you. She is actually kind of comfortable to use. She actually kind of quote unquote functions. Now, whether she's great or not, that's a different freaking story. But we shall see. We shall see. Very, very intrigued is what I'll say. Okay, so relic balancing, boots of advancement. This relic isn't really used that much. I can kind of understand why they are doing it. Now Victoria fans are like, what the heck are they doing? To be honest, Victoria can be pretty countered pretty heavily. It's just Victoria, like, the combat boots and all that, like mono, that your standard build is it's a pub kill. It's a newbie killer, right? There are ways around it and things like that, but you only really use this relic honestly on Victoria, or the other one that's really popular is Mel. Yes, you use it on Mel. That's about it, bro. I'll be honest. And the use, they're probably looking at the usage rate and is not that great. So, I don't know what to say. Cool, right? Cool, right? Victoria's fan will be happy, and still no one will really be using it that much. Summoning stone adjustments. So this is Strife stuff. So less health, cool. It doesn't really matter. Black turtle, thank goodness. This is getting freaking nerfed. Very popular, 9 silver, just fine, cool. It doesn't really change too much, to be honest with you. Asiaq rework, she definitely needs freaking changes. So like, as you can see, a lot of my D tier heroes are kind of getting this rework thing. Please do freaking SAERYUNG next. I feel like it's gonna take a little bit because he actually has a usage rate that's pretty high, higher than like these kind of heroes, right? So interesting to see what they're gonna do with Asiaq. End of Tower Trials. This is going to be a completely new mode. Information raid. Mercenaries are going to get fixed. Now your legacy and accessories will be caked in. So whenever you do a change in your barracks, like changing a skin, for example, because you want to do a default skin, because you don't want to lag people with your Lunaire Pass skin. Now when you change in your barracks, it shouldn't change, is your mercenary. So that's what it always should have been. They never changed it, and because raid sucks. I give raid a lot of crap because I have been there, boys. I've been in a raiding alliance. I've been through it all. I've been there. It's not like I haven't. I've been there. Okay. And this has been an ongoing issue. And for the following information that we're about to go over, hopefully raid will get some light. Raid will be getting some love for sure. So information about Solo Raid, it is dead. D-E-D, dead. Finally. I don't understand why this was a thing. This was essentially, hey, we worked on this and then we were trying to phase out Alliance Raid, and then everyone got angry, and then, oh, dang, we got to bring it back. So now we have both. We don't want to take out Solo Raid because it's a thing that we just worked on really hard, and we need to have data to see if people like it, and clearly they don't, so let's take it out. And that's pretty much where we're at. And they're taking it out. Sorry, not sorry. And then this is the last season to do Solo Raid. If you're at all interested, there's literally zero reason besides getting some resources and crap. But Hero, Giant, if you care about it, this is Alliance Raid. Cool. That's the rotation if you care about it. Do they talk about blah, 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 therefore we excluded hero blood design? Where do they, did I miss it? Hold on. I missed it right here. We would like to improve convenience of next season's Alliance Raid, including some of the convenient features of Solo Raid. In addition, the rewards of the top rankings in Alliance mode. Alliance Raid will also be changed. We would like to express our gratitude and apology to users who enjoy Raid for taking too long to bring in these improvements. Bro, this taking too long, as in the first time it was like implemented in the freaking game, which is crazy. Now they have alluded this in the past before, but they are including rewards to the top rankings to the Alliance Raid. So a lot of people are like, what is this, right? So as you know, right now you just get a whopping gold bonus, extra gold bonus, whoop-de-doo, right? And it's been like that for the beginning of freaking time. First, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, it doesn't freaking matter. That's all you get, gold bonus, right? For all that work. And they are finally like, hey, yeah, we should give you guys something. And people are like, oh, is it a skin? What is it? Now, they don't say it here, but they have said in the past during their whole dev conference crap that they have been thinking about map skins, like exclusive map skins or different like alternate skins. I don't freaking know what that means. Like say Goblin and it's like maybe red. I don't freaking know. Maybe the top rankings in Alliance Raid will give you map skins. Now the correlation there doesn't really make sense because like why would you include map skins in raid mode, right? So is it like a raid like an Alliance banner? Like it'd be kind of cool if it was like Alliance base where there's like a little banner in the front and you can like, you know, like my OG dream was always to have like a room, a 3D room you can move in, and it's like an Alliance, and you have an avatar you can move around. That's my freaking hope for King God Castle, boys. I want a freaking avatar and move through a castle and then like, you know, hang out with the boys and hang out with you guys and like chat and stuff in a lobby. Like I want that for King God Castle. I don't think that we're ever gonna head there, but my idea was that would happen, and then you can enter your guild Alliance hall, and then other people can visit it, right? And then you can have like a freaking statue that says rank 1 season 40 or whatever, right? And you can like decorate. Oh man, that would be peak King God Castle. It'll never freaking happen, but one day one can dream. But I don't know what the reward is, but we will see. If the reward is nice, I might have to I might have to brush off the dust, you know what I'm saying? Might have to DM some people maybe and get me in on this rewards. I don't know. We'll see how enticing the reward is to get me start freaking rating again, bro. And here's the summon the blessing if you care about it. I don't recommend this either. This is just legacy version of this. Do not recommend. Snowball Fight Belina. This is the new skin festival. Pretty cool. The artwork is definitely on a new style. It has like this pastel style, or watercolor rather. You know, it's definitely different. These skins with the new artwork is usually for gyms, even though it is a event. It is very nice to have new festival skins that have unique artwork. That used to not be a thing, boys. That used to be, and I love it how it's a friggin' snowman for her little eyeball. I love it. Cool. Bug fixes if you care about it. Minor stuff. Okay, and then here's the last page. This is the league first half, second half. Please be gone with that crap next time, please. I hate it right now. It just takes so much time. takes so much time, you know, but your boys got to do it. Your boys got to do it. New arena season. This is the part. Wait, hold on. Is there anything else? We will end on this one. So next grand arena will be East Tenacity. When I think of East Tenacity, I'll give you guys 3 seconds to know what hero I'm thinking of. Bingo. You guys guessed it. Tayson. Tayson builds will be going out tonight, boys. Another East hero, I believe, Jinju will be very meta this time around. SAERYUNG is an East Tenacity. Please, can you give me the freaking list of heroes? Awesome, please. Please, for the love of whatever, bro. SAERYUNG will be, I'm gonna be testing out SAERYUNG. Tenacity, Sargala, right? But Sargala is not a East hero, so she won't be getting the increase in damage or damage taken reduction. So SAERYUNG, Jinju, Tayson. You know. You're definitely going to be seeing now. I don't want to expose all the strats that I might be running myself, but if Tayson is going to be there, I'm going to be getting some. There's definitely going to be some pocket Lycas for sure. So your Tayson's going to get freaking wrecked. So because he can shred shield, right? But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. A lot of Taysons, a lot of Jinju for sure. And then that is it. Let me know in the comments below, boys. As a reminder, I am going to be running through chapter 15 corruption from bottom to top, you know. That should be coming out this weekend, so look out for that. Well, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about all the freaking changes, all the balance badges? Do you think Athena is good now? I don't freaking know. I've not played. You guys are smarter than me. Let me know. What do you think about the SAERYUNG skin? This is pretty straight fire. No pun intended. A freaking new chapter. I'm going to be running through this weekend. It's going to be a freaking fun time. Not really. And as always, thumbs if you like this, subs if you loved it, and I'll see you next one, boys. Later.